amazing pedal power.
What is happening, guys? Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. I am back with you guys today with an all-new product review, this time the brand coming out of Indonesia from a company called the Malverde, which I'm probably saying wrong, but I'm doing my best. These worldly pomade brands and names are definitely giving me a run for my money, but I'm doing my best. This is going to be a pretty interesting review. This brand actually stirred up a little bit of controversy on Facebook in the everything pomade community when I posted a picture of the jars after I got them, and it totally blew up with comments. I'm going to touch on that more at the end, so you're going to want to make sure you stick around. Let's get started. Today we're going to look at 3 products from the Malverde product line: the traditional oil-based pomade, the beer-based clay, and the beer-based pomade. The beer-based clay features a medium hold and matte finish with an intriguing beer-based formula where we would normally see water. It also has a nice red wine and peach scent. The beer-based pomade is very similar, being that it's also made with beer, but while it features no clay, it has a firm hold, natural shine, and the same red wine and peach scent. The traditional pomade stuck true to its name with more traditional petroleum oil-based ingredients, and features a heavy hold, high shine, and a nice fruity scent. For the demo, I'm going to use the clay and the beer-based pomade today. I'll be starting with the clay and clean, dry hair. It goes in very slick and wet, similar to the Arcadian clay that I've showcased in previous videos, but initially this clay has more stickiness and thick presence in the hair. Once it settles, you're left with a dry, gritty texture that allows for added volume. Hitting the reset button, we're going to throw in some of the beer-based pomade. I was very interested in seeing how this would differ from typical unorthodox water-based products, and what I found was that initially the application was slick and easy to get through my hair, but after a few seconds the product began to firm up, and that made styling with a comb a little hard. But using a brush, I was able to get a solid style out of it, and after a bit the firming does lift when the product settles into the hair. Alright, now that we've taken a closer look at these products, it's time for my final thoughts. Since I didn't demo the traditional pomade, I'll give you my thoughts on that one first. For the pros on this pomade, I listed the hold, shine, durability, and application. On the con side, I listed just the styling as problematic. I found this to be a pretty typical oil-based pomade, but honestly nothing remarkable. It actually held my hair very nicely and offered some decent shine, but it was quite waxy during the styling. Moving on to the beer-based clay, I did notice some things I actually liked about it. For the pros on the clay, I noted the hold, texture, the matte finish, and the application. For the con side, I noted just the eventual dryness that occurs after the clay settles in the hair. Earlier, I compared this clay to the Arcadian clay, and I think that's still accurate to an extent. It does settle into the hair, revealing a good amount of volume and added texture, but the major difference is the dryness. With that being said, I do like the matte finish that it provides, and it has some decent hold as well. Last up is the beer-based pomade, and just like the clay, I had some stuff on each side that I liked and disliked. Some of the positive notes I found on this product were the hold, shine, the durability, and the application. Over on the flip side, I noted the styling for that hardening and the washout. It seemed to me that this product just didn't want to leave my hair for some reason. It took 2 full shampoos to get this out of my hair, and that just simply wasn't something I was expecting. Even so, this product does provide a decent hold and a nice finish after you get over that initial hardening. Overall, out of the 3, I'd say the clay performed the best, and the beer-based pomade was a close second. Now, before we end this video, I do have to address what's become kind of an elephant in the room, and that's the labels. When I first got these jars, I posted a mail call in the Everything Pomade Facebook group, which is something I do pretty regularly, but this time I was not prepared for the responses I got in return. There are some out there who think that these labels look dangerously close to some from the O'Dowd's product line. And of course, there are people on the other side who think that they look nothing alike. Before I tell you what I think on this, I am going to start by saying that I do think that the purposeful copying of design work is absolutely wrong. I have definitely heard of this happening in other parts of the world, and I have no idea what makes people think this is okay, but it's absolutely wrong. And the fact of the matter is, it happens and it's unfortunate. For this brand, however, I have done some research. And I have to say, I don't believe that they are straight up copying the O'Dowd's branding. They do bear some similar features, as we can see here in these two illustrations, and the lettering on both jars. But it is my opinion that the Malverde branding actually bears more of a resemblance to the designer behind the O'Dowd's labels, and that is 1924 US. Just looking over his Instagram page, you can see that there is a clear resemblance, and there's really no arguing that. The question then does become, does 1924 US own that style of art, and by doing artwork inspired by his style, make it a flat-out copy? That's a tough question. I did reach out to Fami Boo, who is the brewer of the Malverde, and he did offer comment on the label design, saying,
O'Dowd's is one of our inspiration for the branding, but honestly we don't duplicate from O'Dowd's design. I think it looks similar because the tones, black background, white and brown colors, in amber jar, and maybe our designer have a similar design style with designer from O'Dowd's, but it's all about perspective, I think.
My final thoughts on this is, while I think there's some definite similarities there between the two designs, I don't know if there's enough there to call it a flat-out copy. I do, however, think that if it were my product line, I would not want my labels to be so close to somebody else's style or design, if not for moral reasons, but to make my product stand out and draw customers in. I do want to hear what you guys think on this though, so I'm going to make a poll at the top of the video, and I welcome you guys to share your opinions that way. That's all for today's episode. I want to thank you for watching, and I also want to remind you to hit that subscribe button and check out my other social media accounts for sneak peeks at upcoming videos and additional hair-related content. Thanks again for stopping by the channel. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.